We move indoors now to see West Virginia's great 1958 basketball team in action. This is the Gold and Blue on the attack against Penn State. The Mountaineers already own victories over VMI and Furman, hitting the century mark in both contests. Junior guard Ronnie Retton, number 14, feeds Bucky Bolliard, and he scores on a two-hand jump. Retton and Bolliard, subbing for Jody Gardner and Don Vincent, proved to be real spark plugs here in the first half. Penn State finds the little fellow Retton a tough man on defense, too. The Nittany Lions wait for a good shot. Big Bob Edwards moves into the circle, shoots, misses. Retton finally turns up with the ball, and then he fires it to Bolliard, racing down court for an easy layup. West Virginia rolled out to a 44-29 halftime lead. Now Bob Smith drives down court, an overhead pass to Jerry West, and West scores. Penn State tries hard to stay in the contest, fighting back against the smooth-operating Mountaineers. Edwards takes a pass from Ron Rainey and scores with a good underhand shot. Now it's West Virginia's turn. Retton flashes down court, bounces it to Butch Good, and Butch is in with a layup. The Nittany Lions can't cope with West Virginia's speed or shooting accuracy. The all-around fine play of Fred Schaus's team has the 6,500 fans shouting a hearty approval. Penn State misses another shot. Then they miss another one. The ball rolls loose. Finally, Ronnie Retton picks it up and comes out with it. He hustles across the timeline, bounces it to Don Eddy, and Eddy has himself 2 points. West Virginia wins it going away, 84-50. Unbeaten Richmond meets unbeaten West Virginia. It's late in the contest, and Richmond, which has led most of the way, holds a 2-point lead with only 28 seconds to go. West Virginia's ball. Gardner, number 12, sets up a play. Feeds it to Jerry West, who goes in for the bucket. It's a 67-67 game with time running out. Richmond moves down court for one last shot, but time goes, and the game is forced into overtime. West Virginia is gunning for its 6th straight. So is Richmond. The Mountaineers haven't been beaten by a Southern Conference foe in 25 previous games. Start of the overtime, the tip is to Gardner, a pass to West, and he's up the middle for 2 quick points. West has been sensational. He scored 23 so far, 4 more than Lloyd Scher, who also has been great. Scher has 24 rebounds to his credit. Richmond works out of a weave. The ball goes to Carl Sloan. Sloan scores. It's a 74-74 contest. Only seconds remain. 6,700 fans are on the edge of their seats. A pass to West. He breaks into the circle, puts up the winning bucket with only 3 seconds remaining. Jerry West, sensational sophomore, scored 28 points. Scher had 19 and Vincent 13. A never-to-be-forgotten 76-74 triumph for West Virginia. Kentucky's Memorial Coliseum. More than 11,000 are on hand as West Virginia takes on the Wildcats. The white-shirted Kentuckians' John Krigler gives to sharpshooting Johnny Cox. Cox pumps it in for Kentucky. West Virginia brings 6 straight wins to the KIT, but they're underdogs tonight. The Wildcats have lost only 4 times here in the last 15 years. Jody Gardner feeds to Don Vincent, and the 6'2" co-captain chalks up 2 points with a long set. Kentucky comes right back. The ball is worked to Krigler. Krigler hits from the outside for Kentucky. West Virginia has dominated the contest, and here late in the first half has hit on 50% of its shots. Bob Clausen tries, misses, retrieves, flips to Vincent, who feeds West underneath. He misses, but Smitty taps it in. It's West Virginia 47, Kentucky 32 at halftime. Now back to the action. The Mountaineers are hot with 17 straight points. Now they run the score to 51-32 as Big Lloyd Scher hooks one in beautifully. But West and Scher are benched with 4 personals, and Kentucky trails now by only 6 with less than 3 minutes to go. Eagle-eyed Cox cuts the margin to 4. It's a 71-67 game, and the crowd is going wild. The Wildcats have possession again. Down court they go. Up goes the shot. It's no good. Jerry West clears the board, throws a long pass to Smith, breaking down court. He scores. West Virginia wins it 77-70 over the team destined to become NCAA champions, and only their 5th home court loss in 15 years. Coach Adolph Rupp congratulates West Virginia's Fred Schaus. 24 hours later, West Virginia in white picks up where it left off against Kentucky. It's the championship game of the Invitational, with North Carolina the opposition. The Tar Heels miss. Willie Akers rebounds, flips it to Jody Gardner, over to Bob Smith, and back to Gardner for the West Virginia score. North Carolina, earned a berth in the finals with a win over Minnesota. Here are last year's champions missing again. Big Lloyd Scher will clear the board for West Virginia. He passes out to Don Vincent. Vincent goes hard, feeds to Ronnie Retton, and Retton gives Lexington reach 28-21 at halftime. It changes in a hurry as Retton and West team up for a very quick goal in the second half. But North Carolina fights back, trying to penetrate West Virginia's defense. The Mountaineers have dogged the Tar Heels most of the way, forcing bad shots. Here's one time the North Carolina makes good. All-American Tommy Kern drives the lane for two. Carolina fans whoop it up, but their jubilation is short-lived. This is West Virginia's big night. West goes for two. He misses, but Willie Akers is right there to tap in the rebound. It's the 9th point in succession for Akers against 5 by the entire Carolina team. Vincent shows how it's done now with a shot from right forecourt. As the final score is 75-64, Scherer was voted the most valuable player in the tournament, and the Kentucky Invitational title is in the hands of the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Riding the crest of 11 straight wins, West Virginia, ranked number 1, moves into Philadelphia against Villanova. The underdog Wildcats so far have held the West Virginians in check, except for Jerry West. The 6'3" Cabin Creek sophomore has 8,000 fans looking on in disbelief. Keep your eye on number 44. Here's West with 2 from close in for West Virginia. Villanova's playing inspired ball, bent on forging the biggest upset of the year. They've led all the way. Now Villanova's 44, Jack Kelly, scores with a driving layup. 2 points for Villanova. The crowd senses an upset, and well they may, for Villanova leads by 14 with 8 minutes to go. But this is a fighting band of Mountaineers. They battle back courageously, with West scoring 17 points within 7 minutes. The score reads 75-74 Villanova with time running out. Villanova, unable to pass in from out of bounds, loses the ball to West Virginia. Watch now for the winning basket by Lloyd Scherer. That's it. West Virginia wins 76-75. Back east again. After a loss to Duke, West Virginia faces St. John's at Madison Square Garden. The Red Men dominate the first half. Dick Engert aims for 2 here, and the miss sets the stage for a West Virginia fast break. Rebounding Smith, scoring Vincent. St. John's counters quickly. Sharp-eyed Bernie Pascal scores from the outside for the Red Men. But the Mountaineers show the New Yorkers some fancy floor play. Vincent passes to Smith, who loops it to Scherer. It ends with a beautiful hook shot by Lloyd. Scherer scored 15 points, all in the second half, to spearhead the comeback. Leading 52-49, West Virginia's Smith works his way into the front court, and you'll see him feed Vincent for a tally from up close. West Virginia pulls away from the Red Men despite St. John's comeback, like these two-handed jump shots. One shown here by Alan Seiden. Watch this bit of action. Scherer faking his man out of position to score one for West Virginia. There goes Lloyd. Another triumph for Fred Schaus's team. Win number 16 and 17 starts. West Virginia's top-ranked Mountaineers beat St. John's 87-78. Jody Gardner and Jerry West lead West Virginia against Pitt at Mountaineer Fieldhouse before 6,800 fans. The Mountaineers are trying for a repeat victory over the Panthers, and West starts things rolling with a jump shot. Pitt retaliates. Julius Pegas passes to Dave Sawyer, and the Panthers chalk up 2. West Virginia is out after its 22nd win and its 22nd straight at home. They've looked very sharp in the first half. Here's a Gardner to Bob Clausen pass that pays off with a good hook by Clausen. It's West Virginia by 15 at halftime. Following the intermission, Gardner and West continue their 2-man scoring show. Gardner feeds beautifully as West floats in from the corner for 2. Pitt's All-American Don Hennon, held to 7 points by Gardner in the first half, comes up with 18 in the final 20 minutes. Here are 2 of them. But it's to no avail. The Mountaineers have their 20th win in the last 27 games with Pitt. West winds up with 28 points, 1 more than Gardner at his best, who takes this pass from Smith and then goes in for a driving layup effort. Watch Jody Gardner. West Virginia 99, Pitt 86. The Mountaineers' most successful season in history. Now Southern Conference action. This is West Virginia against Richmond. The Mountaineers stand only 2 wins away from their 4th straight Southern Conference title. Bucky Bolliard finds Don Vincent in the corner. He scores with 2 points. Les Hooker's team twice fell victim to the Gold and Blue in regular season competition. Tonight the Spiders are having their troubles again. But here is a Richmond score. West Virginia wins at 81-70. It's a most costly triumph. Watch as Don Vincent suffers a broken leg. The injury spells the end of the college career of Vincent, a brilliant performer, and also spells future trouble for West Virginia, which has some mighty important games coming up. Minus the services of Vincent, the Mountaineers take the floor against surprising William & Mary with the Southern Conference title and an NCAA berth riding on the outcome. West passes to Gardner, and Jody goes up the middle for the first of his 16 points. The Indians learn early that they are no match for the gold and blue. On the attack again, West Virginia operates in the front court. Now the feed is into Scherer. Lloyd misses, but Willie Akers grabs the rebound and makes good on a jump shot. It's 32-22 at halftime, and as second half action begins, the tip is to Akers. He flips it to Smitty, who drives, goes up, fakes a shot, passes instead to West underneath for the score. West Virginia is aiming for its 36th straight Southern Conference win and is well on its way to that accomplishment. Roy Lang misses. Scherer rebounds. Watch this passing, and Jody Gardner's two-pointer. The crowd is completely impressed with this team, and here's more reason why. Gardner, Akers, and Smith take part in this bit of action that pays off with another score. Smith hits on a set shot. Coach Fred Schaus is now hoisted for the net-cutting ceremonies as West Virginia takes home another Southern Conference championship trophy. Madison Square Garden again, the NCAA tournament. West Virginia faces Manhattan. It's the fourth straight appearance for the Mountaineers in the NCAA. 3 times they have bowed. Smith fails to connect, but rebounds and feeds Akers, who puts it up and in. The thorn in the side of West Virginia in this game is Johnny Powers. He scores on this play. This has been a foul-ridden contest. Both teams have key players in trouble. Included is West Virginia's great Jerry West, who pumps 2 home in this play. The Mountaineers have come from far behind and are making a last-ditch effort to overtake the Jaspers. They trail now by only 2. Gardner gives to West, who slips in and under for the layup. With the score 84-84, West fouls out. Powers, who had 29 points, converts the 2 free throws that put Manhattan ahead to stay. West Virginia outgoaled the Jaspers, but as at Duke, lost the game at the foul line. The Mountaineers, missing frequently in the late stages, are eliminated 89-84. It closes out West Virginia's most successful year with a 26-2 record, a mark good enough to earn the Gold and Blue unanimous acclaim as the nation's #1 team. Sports writer Bill Evans presents the United Press Trophy to Coach Fred Schaus. Schaus was runner-up in the voting for Coach of the Year honors. He now boasts a 77% winning record in 4 years and can also point to 7 tournament championships. This also was the year Lloyd Scherer and Jerry West won All-America recognition. A great year for Mountaineer basketball.